What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review today. Doing another Cambulee World Scrim VOD review. This video is coming out Sunday night, I guess maybe Monday if you're in like anywhere. Honestly, no, I mean literally it's after midnight recording this, so it's Monday right now officially. Which means by the time, that it's a week from today, we will have crowned a new TFT World Champion. This is basically the last stretch of prep for all of these players going into the World Championships, and it's very exciting. I mean, Friday, they're going to kick off, and we are going to see. I mean, hopefully we get another NA World Champ. We'll see. But yeah, it is quite wild. And then boom, I mean, TFT. The pace is so frantic. What does frenetic mean? Can somebody put the definition of that word in the comments down below? Does that mean what I think it? I don't think it means the same thing as frantic. But I mean, we're just gonna jump right into set 16 after that, which is wild here. So early holds here. Gonna hold on to this Mouse plus some Nars with like a little bit of Juggernaut opener. The Kaisa as well. Would like to hold like Kennen and Sivir here, honestly. I'd kind of look at maybe even just selling off the Garen, but I mean the Garen obviously pairs well with the Shen here. We do get Space Camp, which is funny, so could have angled Crew. Still can if we really want to. I haven't really seen people that excited about Crew these days. We see Hard Bargain, which is a totally solid option. And actually the more that he looks at these augments, it kind of looks like he's looking at, yeah, he's going to pick up the Hard Bargain. So it's going to be a Hard Bargain game. I mean, honestly, Hard Bargain is not something that I have rated that highly in my head this set. So, maybe it's an underrated augment in my mind, because I feel like excited to click this, but he could have taken something like a Calculated Loss, could have taken Space Camp and Hard Force Crew, and didn't want to play any of that kind of stuff. We are going to sell off most of our bench here, try to make gold here. Going to make the Zac too and play around this Mal's here, and so maybe looking at a Mal's reroll angle, doing a quick scout of the lobby. Don't really see anybody playing Malzahar or anything like that. Going to power up here, and we do find the Noxious Trap here. Gonna pop first Anvil here. I mean, if you want to take tier to start getting towards Mal's mana items, what's interesting, he opts to take Sword here, and I mean, he did have the opportunity of taking tier looking for mana item, but he's gonna take Sword here by Kaisa, and this is why I think I want to VOD review this game, because it's kind of a weird line selection. Opts to take Sword here, clearly was not happy with his options, and just says, you know what? We have Sword here. I'm going to power up to Gather Forth, which is a very strong option onto Kaisa. And it's a Kaisa game all of a sudden. From earlier, we sold a Kaisa. We haven't even played a Kaisa at 2 when we were starting at 2-3 here with our Kaisa stacking, which is, I don't know. It's a really interesting line selection. Had the Mals, but was not really satisfied with his itemization. Didn't want to take tier. Was looking for some more like damage items onto Mals. It seemed like there, and so now we are just in this Kaisa situation. Obviously, we have our augment here, so we are not allowed to take off Carousel here. So Cam is just going to chill a little bit here. I am going to jump ahead because he does play a decent amount of GeoGuessr on this stage too. I mean, to be fair, we are just lost streaking the rest of the stage to pick up a Zac too, which is pretty good here. I thought about VOD reviewing the GeoGuessr, and then I thought, you know what? I don't think that's what most of you are for here. Though he is winning a GeoGuessr. I guess he's a bit of a beast here. I will say at about 3-2, the GeoGuessering stops. So we can just skip through that here. Get good Kaisa items. I mean, we get a Shojin here and some potential tank items here. I mean, Shojin plus another glove looks fantastic here for Kaisa. We are looking pretty rich here, and yeah, he's just going to start team plannering out his ideal Kaisa board. So this comp got buffed pretty significantly this patch, actually. Kaisa got buffed and Rammus got buffed, and so we are going to make those double slams for both Kaisa and what is likely to be Rammus down the line. Picking some kills with Kaisa. But yeah, I mean, this comp, I think a lot of people, wanted this comp to be good, and it has been a little bit mediocre for a while. Yeah, let's look at Augment here while he tabs back and forth for GeoGuessr here. But after the buffs to it, I feel like this play is a lot more reasonable. You can actually successfully play Kaisa. I mean, it's a 2-3 Kaisa even, so I really wanted to see. Okay, I gotta grab this. This is a Jujutsu Kaisen blind box that I got at GameStop that my kitty was just batting around the room, and it was actually driving me crazy. So yeah, I feel like this line is actually totally solid to play now. Definitely not something that you're like jumping out of bed like, oh my god, I get to play Kaisa. But I really want to watch this game, honestly, just to get a sense for how he wants to play Kaisa here. So second augment here, Crownsville, Cloning Facility, Tesla Coil. I don't think it's gonna be Crownsville or Tesla Coil. And Cloning Facility seems fine. Certainly not gonna be Grand Slam. I guess we have 2 Lucians, so we tailored that, which is funny. Exclusive customization seems fine enough. You can just take a tank item here, and this is where the gaming will start here. We're gonna roll down and try to find our strongest board here. We find Kaisa 2 here. We pick up a Lulu 2 as well, which obviously can convert to Rammus. So our board is looking pretty nice at this point. And yeah, going to continue to roll down here to kind of try to find a last piece on this board. And yeah, going to pop Anvil here and look for a last Kaisa item. Yeah, Obsidic, this is actually an interesting Anvil here. So throws it onto Kaisa, which already is kind of interesting to me. We have the Gargoyle here. I would have thought you throw it onto Rammus here because this glove is just going to turn into a last Kaisa item. But he doesn't opt to go for that here. He opts to go for the Kaisa here just to get to 3-item Kaisa. I mean, the more that I look at it, the more I kind of like it. And he takes red buff here, which is another, I think, very smart decision. We had better damage items here, I would say, just straight up better damage items. But the nice thing is this guarantees us red buff here. So we're going to have our heal cut, done and happy with that. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So no need to worry about that at this point. It gives us a 3rd item on Kaisa, and the big thing about this 3rd item on Kaisa is that it spikes us really hard this stage. A Kaisa 2 this stage with 3 items is just going to be so insanely strong here. We're also rolling really deep here, which I think is totally reasonable from the perspective of tempo, right? It's like Kaisa is one of these comps where you need to be strong, you need to be win streaking, to get your Kaisa stacks. And so we might as well continue to roll here and just try to win every single fight that we can here. Right now, we just have this Janna in for Protector, which is pretty mediocre. Obviously, we still have not seen a single Darius here, which is a bit awkward. That is, what we would be playing in this Janna slot here. And there finally is a Darius, though. We'd have to take TG. But yeah, I fully expect this glove to end up being something like a guard breaker. And then we're going to move the red buff over. The only question I guess I have at that point is who would take the red buff. I mean, Akali eventually, I guess, though. I mean, that's a bit far off here. But hey, this is our 6th Kaisa, some extra econ. Gonna throw the Zac in here just as a decent heavyweight onto this board, and the cloak onto Rammus here. So yeah, I mean, the spot looking decent. 79 HP is, not amazing for us. Though, I mean, we're, healing up every single carousel, and I mean, this is one of those spots where we're in 6th place, but I mean, we are 9 HP from 2nd place. I mean, we are 15 HP from 1st place. Like, this is one of those spots where we're like kind of low, but also not really low, and if we win the next 2, we'll be fine. Power up Rammus. And we have to take body change there. Let's look at our other options. I mean, Spiky Shell, funny because, it's Rammus, but he has enough resist here with the Gargoyle. And then Regenerative doesn't make that much sense with, no healing built into him there. So we're just going to take body change for the shielding. I mean, perfect with the Gargoyle, I think, yeah. I mean, there's no reason not to go for this here. So, yeah, a couple of Smolders held there by that player he hovered over there, which is annoying because now we have this shared pool here. Ooh, this is also a really consequential play from Cam, and I think one that also makes a lot of sense is he pre-levels. He is no longer rolling on 6 here. This Kaisa comp is kind of interesting, is that it's one of those 6-7 reroll comps where you're rolling on 6 and then you are pushing level 7 to try to actually hit all your 3-star 3 costs, because you want to hit your 3-star 2 cost, just Kaisa, but you really to actually win games you need to be hitting the Rammus 3 and the Darius 3. So he's gonna opt to say 6 Kaisas. That is enough here to push level 7, which I mean I think makes perfect sense. And yeah, we actually get a great spike here, the 4 Supreme Cell here on the board here. Trying to figure out itemization here. We have the red buff already, which is kind of funny, so we're not able to go for another red buff in a spot like this. I mean, I was looking at like a GS. I mean, even like GSLW doesn't sound the worst. GSLW, another Gargoyle maybe, but we'll see what we want to go for here. He is looking at the LW perhaps. I mean, we don't have armor shred, so it would make sense to me. I'm gonna move the Gargoyle here, and then Titans. Oh, Titans BT LW. Okay, so yeah, it gets the triple item onto the Darius here. It means we have no tank items to speak for, but it is a triple item Darius, and yeah, I feel like Titans kind of so critical on this Darius unit. I don't think the stats actually say that like you need Titans, but so many games I've played with this Darius unit, it feels like if you do not have Titans, this guy is just going to get perma-CC'd and die. And Keepers actually feels like a great option with the setup that we have right now. Titans Keepers is kind of like a match made in heaven, in that Keepers gives you the tankiness to kind of guarantee that you are going to get Titans fully stacked. The Keeper Shield also quite nice with a Gargoyle. You know, shielding gets scaled up by how much Armor Namar you have. So I think this looks perfect here. And yeah, he's going to go for the full-on Keepers. Okay, I was about to say, I think it's a little much. I kind of like this positioning better where you still have Kaisa back row, so you're not getting like AoE'd by something random or just, you know, like killed by a melee carry as there exists here versus this board. And yeah, the board is pretty strong at this point. Is very strong at this point. I mean, 7 HP win streaking. That's the reason why I wanted to VOD review this game is that like this was a kind of almost a late pivot into Kaisa with just the one Kaisa with no you know, augment that screamed play Kaisa. But Cam saw Kaisa. He said, you know what, I have the IE slam from the component anvils, opted to play it, and I mean it's doing fantastically. Honestly, I'm shocked they're on this much of a streak, though. We'll see. Here we are rotating into a little 6 board, so we'll see if we can beat that. The Darius doing a valiant effort here, but I think we are going to finally lose our streak here. At least we killed a lot of units for Kaisa. But yeah, I mean, 64 gold here. I'm kind of surprised actually we didn't slow roll down to 50 here, because I mean I would think you would want to just to, you know, dig for a potential Kaisa into Kaisa 3. You know, if you find a Kaisa on the way to 50 gold, I would certainly roll to 40, but doesn't opt to go for it here. Gonna get I guess this cloak off carousel here from our hard bargain here. So hey, decent enough here. Pick up another Akali, and honestly the cloak's kind of fantastic. It's a tank item. I mean, it almost looks like Cam is looking at pushing 8 here, unless he's like really waiting for one of these players to die, which seems a bit crazy. Unless it's he did scout somebody there. Let me go back and see. Was it? Yeah, it's Les Coco here. I guess his hope is that Les Coco is gonna die here because he's playing this heavyweight setup as well here. 3 Ramesses. The big thing is 7 Darii, right? That is the problem for us. Yeah, and so we're just gonna pray that Les Coco dies here. I mean, he is contested by us. He can't hit the Darius 3. I mean, we only have 3 out of the pool, so it's very possible that he does hit. But it's less likely with these out of the pool. But yeah, this is going to be, looks like a full-on just kind of hold the line from Cam here and hope that Les Coco takes a big loss here. He wins that fight. That always feels so bad here. We'll see, actually. I love spots like this because it's so weird, you know, like when do you actually just say, I must roll? Like awkward spots like this are the best spots in TFT, I feel like, because they give you so much room for decision making. Do we want to, you know, roll on 5-1? Are we really gonna, you know, continue? Like if Les Coco wins this fight, are we gonna, you know, sack until 5-2 even and hope that he dies? Because we're getting cleared these fights on our entire board 2-star. Like we're getting really punished for the fact that, you know, we're not rolling picking up Kaisa. Oh no, he loses and drops to 1 HP. That's actually like worst case scenario here. I mean, it's really hard to die. He was at 14 HP, so I think he got okay. And we are gonna roll at this point and just say we rolled a bit, but not all the way down here. He's even holding on to the Mals as well, just to try to, I mean, not just to try, but like hugely importantly to deny Les Coco here. We get the Warmogs here, and so we opt to reroll this rod here just to try to dig for a tank item here. We don't really get one. Oh god, that's Darius 3, but I think we have to hope that it's enough. I mean, 45 HP. I mean, hope that it's enough and hold the line. Helps to make adaptive here. Huh, interesting. I guess adaptive. Yeah, I mean, getting the Remus cast faster is never bad here. So yeah, we're going to hold the line here, sitting on all this HP, hovers over Les Coco here. He does rotate into the Kale board, which if the Kale can, you know, kill the Darius fast enough would be a poor matchup. 45 HP, another huge loss here. Les Coco wins again. My god, we are going to have to... Okay, yeah, he is just saying, I must roll at this point. Finds the Kaisa and is actually going to continue to roll here because we're 1 off Rammus 3 as well. So, and even going to full on just level up here to grab the Cassante on the board here. So this is why I think these spots are so interesting, because he tried his hardest to sack those fights, and then he said, I cannot continue to sack, especially because Les Coco is in my pool now. We do fight him. We have the 3 stars. I wonder if this fight... It's really close, but yes, it's going to be a win for us. Oh my god. I mean, that was, I feel like so well played. Because had we not rolled there, we would have lost Les Coco, and honestly, this game would have probably been a guaranteed bot 4 from that spot. Because we rolled, we hit the Kaisa, we hit the Rammus, now Les Coco out of the picture, and we still have 5 Dariuses. It's not, you know, the easiest route to getting to Darius 3, but we can just sit on 8 for the rest of the game, try to find Darius 3, and if we do find it, we'll actually be, you know, in our really huge power spike spot, like the spot that we wanted to be in. So wow, I can't believe Kaisa died there. What did she die to? Random Kale AoE? What the heck? That was wild. Guess we'll look for a Kali item here if we can find it. Oh, right, we can't choose what we pick up off Carousel. Hard bargain. We're getting BT Seraphine. I mean, that's pretty good. I can throw that onto a Kali. And if you guys are wondering, like, how does he know what we're gonna get off Carousel? If you don't take an item off Carousel, it defaults to the highest cost. I think it might have said that in Hard Bargain, but if you guys ever like run out of time on a Carousel and wonder like what you're gonna get, it always defaults to highest cost. So that's kind of a nice little thing with Hard Bargain, honestly. So yeah, I mean, this is our spot at this point. Rotate into this mentor board, which we kind of clear, honestly. This comp, I think, still not really like in the S tiers, though I guess that guy might top 4. It's looking a little bit close here. Pick up another Darius here and get close enough that we are going to send it here, probably down to 10 gold. And then, okay, just to 20, actually. He's not even going to roll below 20 here. Also, he is going to finally swap the red buff over, like we kind of talked about initially. Wants to move, LW and make this swap and then go BT with the BT off Carousel. I could see it, yeah. I think this makes a lot of sense. The red buff on a Kali, very good. She applies it onto everybody on her path that she's going. So she's quite good with these things like red buff. And I mean, even LW, right? You could throw onto Akali theoretically, though the stats are pretty good onto Kaisa, so I think you'd be happy. Down to 6 HP here. This is a very scary spot. We have to win the next fight, and we need to hit this Darius 3, which is the big thing here. So we'll see what we can get here. We have enough, and we do have power up removers as well, and he's going to move Gather Force at this point. I was wondering if we would move it, and yeah, he does opt to move it here. I do think it's still Kaisa power up here. You can take Bludgeoner. Ignoring armor with LW is... it's not the best thing in the world, but it's okay. And we're going to opt to take QSS here, throw it onto Akali, so we have double CC immunity. All right, rotating to this board here. Great Akali positioning. Oh, though the Samira dashes away, so she gets stuck on a plant here. The Darius, though, still hugely healthy here. Needs to get a cast off here. I think we're chilling. Yeah, Kaisa gets a cast off as well, and we take this player down, and all of a sudden, boom, top 3. 3 players dead here. Gonna look for something better. Gonna pick up Attack Expert, I think. In many people's estimation, this is one of the best power-ups onto her. I'm going to take On the Edge as well for Darius, moving off of Rammus power-up, just saying we don't need extra tank stats here. We need extra damage. And Darius with the double BT should be tanky enough that, he won't have to worry, especially with keepers as well here. All right, rotate into a pretty strong... oh my god, our backline is dead. It's a third. But I don't know, what a cool third from Cam. I feel like this was just such a roller coaster game with the contest, with, playing Kaisa not at 2-1, but like actually getting in at 2-3 and kind of like, thinking about playing Mal's and then pivoting into the Kaisa, and then, rolling really deep stage 3 to stabilize. I don't know. I think this is just a kind of a masterclass on how to play this reroll comp. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch for Metafile, my links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks as always for watching. Also, wow, that was post outro. Go sign up for Project PBE. Kai's, if you guys want to get practice for set 16, Kai is doing his annual or not annual, triannual, I guess, because it's every single set, Project PBE, where you can sign up. It's basically like a ladder on PBE that you can play, and they're doing a new tier 2, so even players who are not necessarily like 1 KLP plus can play as well. So go sign up. I'll have the link in the description down below. Yeah, all right, see you guys later. Oh, and I guess another housekeeping, I am going to be doing Project Mentor again this set. If you guys don't know Project Mentor, man, maybe I should have done some of these at the start of the video. Whatever, if you're if you care, if you want to be my mentee in Project Mentor, I guess you're continuing to watch the video. And if you don't, I mean, then I guess you didn't want it bad enough, baby. But it's this other program that Kai set up, which is a set-long coaching program. So you sign up for coaching and you get coached by a mentor. Yours would probably be me, though there are a bunch of other fantastic mentors that you can sign up for as well. Across the course of the entire set, it's a 10-week program. So really cool. We do 2 sessions a week for the entire set. So it's a ton of value. It's way cheaper than my regular coaching because you're buying it in bulk, and also because it's charity work for a guy like me. I just like to support out the little guy Watanabe here by being in his Project Mentor. But it's really fun. You also get to play in tournaments. There's I think we have there's 2 tournaments per set in Project Mentor. Now there's like a mid set and an end of set tournament, I believe. I hope I'm not lying. I'm pretty sure I'm not lying. So fantastic opportunity if you're somebody who's like trying to push into the next ELO bracket. You want something to kind of keep you accountable. You want to, see where your peak as a player is. You want to play in tournaments, all this kind of stuff. It's fantastic. Been a ton of fun. I'm only going to have one mentee, and for so that I don't have to sort through a million people, we are going to limit the amount of signups. So if you want to sign up for that, the video, okay, it's good that I'm shouting this out. The video should be going out today. Kai said the 10th, November 10th at 3 p.m. Eastern is around when it's supposed to go out. Keep your eyes open on his channel, so go subscribe. I'll have a link to his channel as well. But should be around 3 p.m. Eastern when the signups go out. So go sign up under me. Like I said, I'm doing a limited number of signups because I want to, talk to every person who signs up. But if tons of people sign up, I don't want to. It's a lot of work to individually talk to every single person so that I can make the right decision. So, all right, that's all my housekeeping. Thanks for watching as always. See you guys later. I gotta go to sleep at 1 a.m. Good night.